Hello.
Hello.
It's one of those rare occasions.
We're in the kitchen.
We're in the kitchen.
Hey.
We're cooking because we're hungry. It's as simple as that.
It's quite bright outside though. We're doing a lunchtime cookery one today.
Yeah. So apologies for the, but I'll try and block the light out. So we're doing a pasta bolognese from a book called One Pot Magic. One Pot Magic. Pasta bolognese.
I do like being able to make things so that they literally all go in one pot. And I mean, I like one pot cooking. I enjoy one pot cooking.
One lot of washing up.
Yeah,
one lot of washing
exactly.
up. One lot of utensils.
Yeah,
two plates. Job done. Bob's your uncle. Fun is your aunt.
And we've got some questions that have come in from viewers over the last few weeks on the comments. So that's on TikTok and on YouTube and on Instagram. Wherever you watch us, really. Lots and lots of questions. Mainly about us, Marky.
Well, why wouldn't it be about us? Why wouldn't it?
Lots of people are interested. I've filtered out some of the more personal questions. We don't do that. We certainly don't do that with each other. Just to cover all of those bases. That's never been our thing, Mark, really, has it? We're just friends. But one of the important questions is...
People are as obsessed with our relationship, like Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, aren't they?
But they do want to know how long we've known each other.
Well, it's about 15, 20 years, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because we first met about 25 years ago, but we became firm friends about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
When we happened to be on the same holiday. We weren't going on holiday together, but we happened to be on the same holiday, and then we realised that we were on the same holiday at Gatwick, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we all went for breakfast at Gatwick, and you were there, and it was like, oh, it's you.
It really was, yeah.
That's good. Right, tell us what you're doing with the kitchen. So it's only a bit about questions.
We're learning as we go along, and we learned from the last food video that it was too much of me chopping and peeling and whatnot. So we've done all that. Mark's done all that.
I've done all the pre-peeling and the pre-chopping already. So
we've literally got carrots, onions, and celery.
Classic sofrito.
Not much celery, so don't worry. I know a lot of people don't like celery.
I'm not a big fan.
So it's just a couple of sticks of celery. So it's just all been chopped up, and that's just going into the pan. It's as simple as that. Oh, look, lovely and sizzly. All going in.
Lovely and sizzly. Oh,
there we go.
Lovely and sizzly.
And we're just going to give that a couple of minutes.
Cool.
So
is that what they call sweating down? Is that what they call that?
Well, it's just softening down and just giving it a little bit of heat. Start the process off because it's going to sit for a few. We're going to put some stock in it and it's going to cook that way. So we just really want to just start the breaking it down process. So we're just going to give that for a couple of minutes and put it over medium hot. Add the bacon and onions.
People do ask if you like cooking, and you cook quite a lot, don't you? Actually,
I love cooking. Just before I put it in there, bacon medallions already. It's a little bit more expensive than a bacon, but all the fat's been taken off. You're getting real meat. Oh, sorry, just realised there's a bit of bacon in there that hasn't been cut up.
Taking the scissors straight out of the dishwasher, nice.
Well, they've only been. That's all I've used them for is to cook
clean
bacon.
stuff.
Yeah. So So bacon.
Did you just miss a bit? Basically?
I just missed a bit of bacon. Yeah. And so
it happens.
Yeah, it happens. There we go.
Cool.
That down there.
Thank you.
Standing in front of your line of fire. Sorry.
You know, absolutely. You should never ever. This is a thing to remember at home as well. Never ever put things that you've used in the sink already. Put them on the side, then they're ready to be washed up when you want to wash them up.
Oh, okay. I put them in the sink and then I put them in the dishwasher.
Right. Another question for you. What's your favourite luxury item?
Ooh. Now, a lot of people know.
Just keep them out of the dishwasher.
I know, so I'm going to leave them. A lot of people know I like a particular food store in London.
The one with the hampers.
The one with the hampers.
They're famous for hampers, aren't they?
Yeah, and we're not talking H.A. Rods. We're talking Fortnum's. That's my luxury.
Is it?
Yeah, most years. Yeah. Most years there's a Santa Mark sends himself a food hamper.
Nice.
Because that is pure luxury. I could buy it all locally, a lot cheaper. But it's the luxury brand, and a lot of because I'm not a big drinker, so a lot of the alcohol gets given away.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you don't drink as much as I do.
So some of it can be offset.
And I'm not a big drinker.
Some of it can be offset to birthday presents because there's usually about 3 or 4 bottles of wine in there, and I don't drink wine. But if you take,
but I do.
But that becomes somebody's birthday
yes,
or anniversary. Then that brings the cost of it down a little bit.
Interesting. I can think of another luxury item that you like because you drag me around Bicester Village sometimes when you go and look for specific ones.
There's a couple of things at Bicester Village. A couple of things there that I look out for. So you go. Yeah. What's the first one?
So yours is Mont Blanc is the one that I think of. Mont Blanc pens you like, don't you?
I'm an avid follower of Mont Blanc.
For many years?
Not many, maybe about 10 years.
Yeah.
But I've got a few. Never been used. All in the packaging. Hopefully making a bit of money.
But they are Porter's investments then.
They are beautiful, and I'm going to admit to having a few of the real ones. I've managed to find some not so real versions of it on
the phony fake ones, like the Calvin Kleins with Calvin with a K.
The Calvin Kleins. I've found some.
The Mont Blanc
yes. On AliExpress, and so I've got a very cheap version of that expensive pen that I use daily. Absolutely, yeah.
That makes sense.
So that's one. The other luxury brand I think is probably because I like cooking.
Yeah,
I love my Le Creuset.
Oh, do you know? I get why people like Le Creuset. It's just too heavy for me. I don't like it because it's too heavy for me, but I understand it looks great in the kitchen.
How can you have too heavy sauce?
It's cast iron.
Honestly, you're still in your.
I'm not.
30s.
I'm not. When it comes to luxury, I've found this question quite difficult because I don't really have any particular luxury items. I think I bought the new iPhone. That was kind of luxury item for me.
Actually, we were. A couple of hours ago, we were sat watching 25 things from the 80s on YouTube. 25 things from the 80s that never made it.
With a terrible AI commentary.
It was.
Awful.
And we were both surprised, actually, how many Apple products were launched and then quietly
shelved.
Yeah, shelved.
Yeah.
And because we do remember them. And actually, I said, the thing about Apple is, none of us need the products because we can get Android versions a lot cheaper. But we desire them, and they're very good at. Apple are very good at making, and all luxury brands work on desire.
Oh, it's not about what it's the example I always give. The difference between solid silver jewelry, 925 sterling silver jewelry, and jewelry that is branded Tiffany, for instance. Sometimes the only difference is the stamp that says T & Co that adds another 500 quid onto the price.
Yeah.
That's I could get a stamp and do that myself.
But it wouldn't be real. And the same with the Mont Blanc pens.
Yeah, I get it. If you've got the money, that's fine. I get it. But I'm not really into luxury because I put an Alexa in the car and Mark said, it's only about 25 quid. That's not a luxury.
And
I said,
it might make life easier.
For me, that's a luxury. So I don't really do luxury things, I don't think.
No, maybe not. I think it's a little bit more difficult this day and age to do luxury things because everyone's living on the edge a little bit more than they ever were, maybe.
And most luxury things are really expensive.
Really expensive, yeah.
That's very true.
So Mark knows that whenever we go into London, I like to go via Mont Blanc and I like to go via Fortnum & Masons. And
so we go and have a look at those places. That's quite nice.
So that's been going for a couple of minutes. Just get back to and now I'm going to add some stuff. You can make the stock up in a jug. Personally, just put the cubes in.
Do you just put the cubes in?
Just put the cubes in and then add the water.
Do you ever use any of those jelly ones?
No, I'm not a great lover of them. The cubes are just as good.
Yep.
So
and the water.
Half a litre. I need
What's that? Pint and a bit.
1.2 litres. So that'll be 2 pints.
Considering you're making a recipe for 4, that feels like I know why, because you put the pasta in this one, and the pasta cooks down into it, doesn't it? Interesting. So that's all the water out the kettle.
Sorry about the noise of this. It makes you want to go for a pee. I know. There we go. So that's everything.
I went just before we began. It's fine. Otherwise, I'd be rushing off up the
stairs.
Wash
your hands. He's washed.
I have washed my hands. Exactly right.
We both washed our hands. So that's going in there.
So that's the vegetables and the stock and the water so far.
Yeah.
Do you need a different pan to do the mince in?
Do I need a different one to put the mince in?
Do you cook the mince separately?
In normal circumstances, no. The mint should have gone in there first. I've just added the water, so I will need a second.
So you're doing it next one up.
I'm going to need a second pan now because I've put the stock in way too early.
That's funny.
Doing two things at once, and
he can't do two things at once. He's one of them.
So I'm.
You know what they say about boys? Can't do two things at once.
I'm now going to cook the mint separately, on its own.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And this is 5% mince, isn't it? So it's
Always,
a low fat mince. This.
So the reason why that's so important, if you're
watching your weight,
is simply because.
What are you looking for? You're looking for one of these.
Yeah, it's simply because.
You can have that one if you want.
You will get that's this one perfect. You will get cheaper mince.
Yeah.
But if you look at the colour of that mince,
actually
it
looks like meat.
It looks like meat. So the white of it just doesn't look like 20% fat mince. 20% of
You're
that
eating
content
20% fat.
Yeah, so 5% is the lowest that any scientist has managed to get it.
Yes.
To get 0% fat mince would be virtually impossible. And it would also
really difficult to cook. Actually,
it would be very difficult to cook.
Yeah.
So there are some zero fat. Things out there that you can get zero fat sausages, but you need a little bit of fat in your food. To be able to cook it at the temperature that you're cooking at, and also because of taste.
Yeah.
So 3 things make food taste good: fat, sugar, salt.
Which is why processed food tastes so good.
Which is why processed food...
But it's so bad for you.
Absolutely. Becomes so yummy is because it contains all 3 of them.
Yep.
So therefore, that's why.
Absolutely. It brings us to another question from Sarah, which came in on Instagram.
Nice. Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah says...
On Instagram.
She watched one of the other cooking episodes and said, "What vegetables do you hate?"
Okay, you can
and
first.
I've got 2 straight off the bat.
You or me? You go first.
I hate beetroot. Don't like beetroot at all. Beetroot crisps I can eat, which is weird, but beetroot in vinegar is like, no, thank you very much. And the other one's cauliflower. I don't like cauliflower at all. Mm-hmm. Don't like cauliflower rice. Don't like cauliflower steaks. Don't like cauliflower cheese. No, thank you very much. You can have mine. I don't care.
Okay. But now, interestingly, because I like beetroot, and I like beetroot out of a jar.
You can have mine.
I like beetroot roasted in a pan in a Sunday roast, in the same as the lovely.
Oh, and red cabbage as well. Awful.
Red. And
we both hate red cabbage. Then.
And I dislike, and I really like beetroot ice cream. Sounds so wrong, but it tastes so. Just Google beetroot ice cream.
The only time I've had beetroot that was even half decent was in a chocolate cake.
Yes,
beetroot chocolate cake.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Yeah,
but that's not really eating it as beetroot. That's eating it as chocolate cake.
Well, people will often know, well, how can you have a vegetable as a sweet ingredient? But quite simply, there's nothing more sour than a lemon, but people make desserts out of lemons.
Yeah.
So
totally.
It's all possible to do.
It does bring out the chocolate flavour really rather nicely.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it becomes like chocolate limes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
One that I dislike and refuse point blank, no negotiating, none of this. Sprouts. Sprouts.
Yeah. I hate sprouts. I'd forgotten about sprouts. I'd put them out of my memory because they're so awful.
They're so awful. And for many years, mushrooms.
I love mushrooms.
I do now, but I couldn't. I think maybe my mum's cooking of them wasn't great.
Were they slimy?
I just didn't like the texture of them, but I never really gave the flavour a chance because of the texture. Okay. And actually now I can appreciate mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms are lovely. But dislike sprouts.
Yep.
Cabbage. Not a big cabbage.
I don't mind cabbage in stir fry and stuff that, but not boiled cabbage.
In stir fries it's quite minimal. But the thought of smell of cabbage boiling away, just turns my stomach.
What vegetables do you hate or like, or whatever?
Another one I really like though. Really like sweet corn.
Yes,
sweet corn on the cob, sweet corn. Frozen in the bag, taken out and sprinkled it over a pizza. Yeah, absolutely.
Totally. So that's the mince nearly cooked.
Yes.
Presumably that will go in the main pan.
It will do in a moment.
Okie dokie. Have you put any herbs or garlic or mustard or anything? That's the next on the list.
So next on the list is I'm going to add some tomato puree, dried herbs, and cook for another
to the mince or to the main pan.
Yeah. So it's going to be 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, 2 teaspoons of mixed herbs. They're all over here. So tomato puree. I'm not going to get a measure out. No. Life's too short. So
Life
2
is too
teaspoons.
short. Life's too short to measure any ingredients, really, isn't it?
Well, least of all vodka. And 2 teaspoons.
It's one of the few things I do actually measure, just so I know exactly how much
1
I've had.
teaspoon.
2 teaspoons, yes.
There we
excellent.
go. And a can of chopped tomato. So can I ask you to do the...
Okay, can you
chopped
hand me out of this
tomatoes?
drawer? No, not that. Why do you always go for the second drawer down?
Because it's in mine at home. Chopped tomatoes.
Amusingly, that
there are
isn't
some
your...
very expensive chopped tomato tins.
Oh, I'd
out
never
there.
go for that. I always
and
go
there
for
are some
the
very
cheap ones.
budget ones out there. Always the budget ones. If you're cooking a hot meal, the budget ones are absolutely fine.
Where's it going?
Straight in.
That pan?
Yeah. If you're cooking a cold meal, then you might go for different tins depending on because of the texture of the tomatoes pre-chopped.
My sister has had an effect on me. I now rinse tins before they go in the recycling. I never used to.
Okay.
But she has moaned at me enough.
The other thing to bear in mind is if anyone grows tomatoes, you can just blanch the whole tomato for 2 minutes and peel the skins away, and literally a stick blender.
Hey, do you know what? The piranha peeler peels on
tomatoes
as well.
Anyway, we'll have to do one of those because when we talk about kitchen gadgets, we are both
sell kitchen gadgets.
Well, he sells them and I buy them.
Yeah, exactly.
And we between us, we've got some really good kitchen gadgets.
Yeah, we really have.
And we know the gays like kitchen gadgets. Well, the gays like gadgets. So yeah,
exactly. Next question is from Tom, and Tom says, "Do you boys have any hobbies?" And I've thought long and hard about this one. Not really is the answer. I do a bit of reading. Costa's my hobby, isn't it? I go to Costa once a day, but that's more about the coffee addiction than a hobby, I think. Dog walking, maybe.
Sorry, what was it? I was
hobbies.
Hobbies. Okay, yeah. Dog walking.
People watching.
Dog walking, people
is
watching.
Maybe my favourite hobby. But no, in terms of stamp collecting or ornithology or gardening, no, nothing like that really. I mean, gardening. You do a lot of gardening.
Gardening, yeah, growing food.
You like that. I would love someone to just come and do my garden once a week, and
I am practically the good life.
He hasn't got
without
the
Margot.
You did have chickens though.
I did have chickens.
You did have chickens. Yeah. They lasted a long time until they didn't.
Eight, 9 years actually.
Were they tasty in the end?
The problem with chickens is that they when you keep chickens, you have the most beautiful supply of eggs all day, every day.
But
eventually the chickens, and we're not talking about the battery chickens, which are forced growth to provide
beautiful free range
chickens.
Exactly,
have a great life with you, but then the last couple of years of their lives. Couple of years,
everything's buzzing.
Yeah, everything's buzzing.
Everything's buzzing.
It's getting too hot up there. The last couple of years of their lives, they have a tough life because they're very old, they're very frail, and all those things.
Isn't that when you should pluck them and put them in dog food?
And well, that's when a lot of places would sell them on for dog food. Yes, absolutely. They've served their purpose.
Yeah.
And as a result, they may well get fed. But you just can't do that as pets.
No.
So
indeed.
you end up with animals that you're feeding and keeping alive,
waiting.
But they literally just become pets. They're not.
You know what you should have done? You should have opened the coop up, opened the back gate, and wait for the fox.
Oh no! Do you remember we went on holiday once and I came back
and there was a fox?
One of the foxes
yeah.
had actually done it. Got them. So
now at the moment, nothing is on the gas. You've turned both of those gases off. Did you realise?
Yes, I did. Yeah, done that deliberately. My overhead camera is playing up, so I'm just taking off. It's got a little bit hot in here, so I'm just going to open a window just to give it a little bit of through air here. So I'm at a point now where I can combine it all back together again, and we can. So that seems like an awful lot of liquid in there, but that's simply because.
I'll wash it up for you.
That's simply because we're going to put the pasta in there in a little while. So literally, I think we've been going about 10 minutes.
And yes, I do use original fairy liquid in an original fairy liquid bottle.
That's because
it's not an original fairy liquid bottle. On Amazon a couple of years ago, they were selling vintage ones. So I bought a vintage one. And did I tell you what happened? Somebody came to stay and they threw it away because it was empty. It's like, no, it's just a refillable one. Don't do that.
Oh, right, okay. So yeah, that's great. So I've got the overhead back again. So
do you want that gas back on?
No. I'm just gonna let it combine for a minute, and then I'll turn it on very, very gently.
He did want it on, really.
I did want it on.
You can tell he wanted it on.
I'm a bit of a control freak. So
go hold it down, love. Hold it down. Yeah, that's it. It's like a clutch in a car.
It.
You remember?
That's got it. Yeah, I can reduce it down. So
the dog's watching him out there. It's like, what are you doing?
So really, we've been going about 15 minutes, and that's done. All I've got to do now is
throw in the pasta.
Is put in the pasta.
One more question while you throw in the pasta.
Yeah.
Favourite gay venue in the UK comes from Andrew on YouTube.
Hi, Andrew. Favourite gay? We're talking night venue. UK.
Right. Your favourite? Well, mine
UK.
Is. Yeah.
UK.
I know yours is. I know where yours is in Gran Canaria. I was about to say. I won't say.
In London, it will be the Old Compton Brasserie on Old Compton Street. It's amazing.
That's the one that's owned by Balance, isn't it?
No.
Or is it just the one further down from it? Whereas I quite like Balance. They're both in Old Compton Street.
You got Balance and Balance Brasserie, and I would have always been very loyal to both of those. But one day went there, and they didn't have a table. Hadn't booked. Didn't have a table. Not a problem. Not my fault. Theirs, not theirs. And just went into the Old Compton's Brasserie.
Oops. That'll be the microphone on the floor then.
We'll try and edit that out. There's your magnetic thing.
Don't pick up the dog with a microphone on.
Went in there by chance. They had a table. Never looked back. Just the most. We've eaten in there. What, about 5 or 6 times?
I also like Rupert Street Bar as well, which is just around the corner from there.
Yeah.
But the drinks are very expensive. But it is central London, so.
And I have been there many times with friends.
Yes.
Apart from yourself, but yeah, it's an amazing.
You mean you have other friends?
I have other friends.
Good God, that's not
pasta
allowed.
going in. Pasta going in.
All of the. How much pasta is that?
300 grams.
300 grams.
Don't bear in mind this recipe is for 4 people.
Yep.
But we're just gannets. So
we'll eat it all.
We know that this food is even if we ate the whole lot, would still come under our daily calorific.
Better than 2 Mars bars.
Still better than 2 Mars bars, and we know how easy that would be to overeat.
Yes.
So this would be, even if we ate double portions of this, which we're planning to do, we'd still be better. It would still be less calories than 1 Mars bar.
Don't worry, we're not going to wait and make it and talk all the way through while that cooks down. I think if we cut there and then you can show a finished thing and a serving bowl of it.
Yeah,
beautiful.
We can come back. Yeah,
excellent.
We'll come back.
But from us right now, see you soon.
2, 1.
And as if by magic, we are back.
We're back. So this has been steaming, simmering for about 15 minutes.
Yep.
The pasta is now beautiful. We're about to serve it up. Look at the creaminess.
It's not al dente, is it? It's all soft, isn't it?
It's all soft. I've been checking it every 5 minutes to get it to a point. But that is now, think of this logically. Beautiful. We've cooked for 4 people. We've either got double portions or a simple Tupperware in the fridge, and you've got a couple of lunchtime meals to take to work to keep on track. So we're going to pause there, and the next thing you'll see is it all nicely served up, ready for our bellies.
Yum.
Well, there you go. There's at least 2 more portions there for lunches to put in a Tupperware, at least, and there's a good hearty meal there. So let me just come down. Excuse me, shaky picture. There we go. There's our high res. Lovely, good, wholesome food. We're going to dish that up. We're going to sit down and we're going to eat. So we'll see you on the next one.